Hi everyone and welcome back to today's morning report with me, Richard Perry, Market Analyst at Antec Markets for Friday the 28th of February. We're going to move on to this dollar yen chart now, and dollar yen had a big shift to the downside overnight, which came on the back of the better than expected Japanese inflation number and also the industrial production numbers as well, and that has had a big impact on this chart. Now, we've seen this. This is on the daily chart. We've seen this big uptrend that had been in place since the early February. That has now been broken, and you could argue that's a bit of an ascending triangle that's broken down, and that certainly puts a bit of pressure on the downside. Now, you could argue that would suggest that you'll come back and retest that low at 100 spot 474 on this daily chart, and if you look at the macro picture on this dollar yen chart, you'll see that you've got this big uptrend that comes in just above 100. So it is perfectly possible that we could still be coming back towards this big uptrend, and also along with the 200-day move. Along with the 144-day moving average, which has been a bit of a basis of support and resistance throughout. So it's an interesting development, this break of this uptrend throughout February now. So I'm a little bit mindful, I think, on the intraday chart and the fact that you're still trading within a bit of a band of trading. A bit of a band of sideways movement in this chart over the past few weeks, and I'm not entirely sure that what's going on, because as I said, you have got this big uptrend that has been shown on the daily chart and on this hourly chart as well, which had been the basis of support, has now sort of become yesterday the basis of resistance, and it sort of depends now on whether this key support at 101.37 holds. That is, I think, the key technical level now on this chart. Certainly to the downside anyway. These momentum indicators are sort of drifting back towards a negative configuration. The RSI is coming back towards oversold, and the rallies are sort of topping out in the low 60s as well, so that is indicative of a corrective chart. So maybe that 101.37 level will come under pressure in the coming hours. So that's an interesting level to watch out for. And also, you've got these moving averages. I'll zoom in slightly more here. You've got these moving averages all turning lower in bearish sequence as well. So that is not a great development either for this chart. So I think what you're going to need to find is the bulls will need to push back above that 102 pivot level that had been seen and broken yesterday once more. And if it fails up at that 102 level, I think you could see further pressure to that downside, as the underside of this uptrend could now provide the basis of resistance once more. So I'm still going to go along the lines of this being a consolidation pattern. And I'm not going to call a retreat to the low at 100.77 quite yet, because I still think this support at 101.37 is protective in the near term. But if that support fails, I think you'll then have to suggest that you're going to come back towards that 100.77 mark. But at the moment, you're sort of trying to build a bit of support on this intraday chart at just above 101.50. So if you do get a jump towards that 102 mark, that is once more again the pivot level. So a move back above there could start to begin to look more positively up in the upper regions of this trading band, but that 102 pivot level remains important, I think, on this chart. So interesting times on this dollar yen, and we will see what happens. I will speak to you later, and I wish you good luck in your trading on dollar yen, and thank you very much.